Okay, back after that little recording restart. Let's continue to the next mission. What's the Advanced Field Tactics Area? Another training mission. It's alright, they're interesting.
I can't believe this. She's late again.
Oh, fuck off, you twat.
Where is that blasted girl?
Give her a break, Smithy.
Yeah.
About damn time.
And this guy's kind of alright now.
There's been a new
The
development.
American guy.
I heard about the Monte Carlo incident. Was it harm?
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, they've just issued their demands.
What you know is that at precisely 1700 hours Greenwich Mean Time on September 19th, 1967, an explosion destroyed Club Metropole in Monte Carlo, Monaco, killing 47 people and injuring more than 100. What you do not know is that the source of the blast was not a mechanical device, but rather a man, Commissioner Maurice Albert. Because you are at least...
Oh, shit. I'll load that again so that we can listen to it. That was really, really, really terrible on my part.
Success
sorry.
at
That was, yeah, I accidentally hit space. I'll keep my hands off the keyboard.
Can't believe this. She's late again.
Fuck, Grimford
Where
does all
is
this
that
again.
blasted girl?
Give her a break, Smithy.
It'd be better off if you skipped like
About
that
damn
little
time.
segment and that was it. I might just edit that out, or if I forget.
There's been a
it'll
new
still be here.
development.
I heard about the Monte Carlo incident. Was it harm?
Indeed, they've just issued their demands.
What you know is that
But still, this is the
precisely
scariest fucking
1700
puppet in the
hours
world.
Greenwich Mean Time on September 19th, 1967, an explosion destroyed Club Metropole in Monte Carlo, Monaco, killing 47 people and injuring more than 100. What you do not know is that the source of the blast was not a mechanical device, but rather a man, Commissioner Maurice Albert. Because you are at least somewhat familiar with the research of Dr. Otto Schenker, you are therefore capable of comprehending both the plausibility of this claim as well as its implications. As we have demonstrated, our organization, HARM, possesses the recipe for a biological weapon of such insidious potential and singular destructive power that no one on the planet is safe. Unless our demands are met.
This is outlandish.
By now, I'm sure you have received the itemized list of our requirements. You have exactly 1 week to fulfill these requirements. If our demands are not met, we will be forced to discipline you. Already, we have infected prominent individuals in 36 major metropolitan areas around the world. The first of our unsuspecting victims will detonate at exactly 0600 hours on September 26th. The estimated death toll is 1 million people!
They're mad.
It's not exactly that many.
The remaining victims will detonate at 6-hour intervals thereafter. Once our terms have been met, we will deliver a list of infected persons as well as a quantity of antidote sufficient to curtail this catastrophe. However, because the deadline we have imposed is dictated by the chemical fuse inherent in the reagent itself, the sooner you comply with our wishes, the more time you will have available in which to administer the antidote. I assure you that you do not possess the medical means necessary to diagnose the infection, nor the technical means necessary to diffuse it.
You don't just kill the
Therefore, it would be in your best interest not to squander valuable time on such useless endeavors. Furthermore, any attempts by your Secret Service organizations to interfere with harm shall be severely punished. That is all.
A puppet?
Don't be fooled by the messenger. This situation is extremely grave.
They certainly expect us to swallow a lot of maybes. Maybe they're telling the truth about Monte Carlo. Maybe the consequences would be as dire as they predict. Maybe there's an antidote. Maybe they'll fulfill their end of the bargain.
I tend to agree with you, Agent Archer.
What
But
are
for the
the
time
actual
being,
demands?
I suggest we take them at their
Has
word.
anybody asked this yet?
The word of a puppet?
What are their demands?
Oh, there we go.
Mr. Smith?
£50 million sterling, the continent of Australia, and an internationally recognized holiday to be known as Praise Be to Harm Day.
What?
I don't see the point.
Presumably it is to praise harm.
Not in the holiday. In their demands. It's obvious we aren't capable of fulfilling them. Harm must want us to forfeit.
Why would you want Australia?
Nonsense. They may be madmen.
There's no point.
We have to presume they aren't completely irrational. Why even issue demands if their sole purpose were to cause destruction and chaos?
Perhaps they expect a partial capitulation. That way they can get what they really want, the £50 million sterling. But they can also justify punishing us when we come up short on their other demands. It's obvious from the way they go on about their secret weapon that they're just itching to use it again.
You hardly have the experience necessary to support such
You're such a
speculations.
stupid prick.
Archer may
Oh
be
my
onto
God.
something. In any case, Harm's motives are irrelevant. Our goal is to stop them. Completely. No capitulation, no compromise.
What about their warning?
Once again, we must take them at their word. It is therefore imperative that we act swiftly and decisively. Our objectives are clear. We must obtain the list of infected individuals. We must get our hands on the antidote, and we must recover Dr. Schenker.
And Volkov?
He's only a threat if he knows what we're up to. If our theories are correct about Agent Lowry, Volkov shouldn't be much of a concern.
Volkov hasn't done
What if
anything
your theories aren't
recently.
correct?
Then may God help us all.
I hope we can come up with a better plan than that. What about the information we got off the ship?
Well, the containers you photographed weren't accounted for on the shipping manifest, which comes as little surprise. However, much of the cargo aboard the freighter was on its way to a chemical plant in southern England.
Not much to go on.
Be that as it may, it's better than sitting on our hands waiting to find out if Archer's correct about Harm's intentions.
And the captain's log?
Useless.
Shite.
Tell us about this
So
chemical
I just
plant.
wasted my time.
It's owned by Dumas Industrial Enterprises.
Dumas? As in Baron Archibald Dumas?
What do you know about him?
Only what I've read in the papers. Apparently, he's a reclusive chap who spends much of his time hunting big game in Africa and Southeast Asia. No one knows much about him except that he inherited the company from his father about 10 years ago.
We're counting on you to discover whether or not he's connected to Harm.
And if he is,
First things first. For now, try to get an audience with the man. Size him up. We need to know what sort of fellow we're dealing with.
Your best bet is to see if you can catch him at the chemical plant. There's also a corporate office up north, but apparently he doesn't spend much time there.
Whatever you do, don't jeopardize your cover. It's imperative that we take Harm by surprise.
understood.
I have a hunch we're getting close. If this lead pays off, we'll be one important step closer to victory.
One giant leap towards saving the planet.
Welcome to Advanced Field
Okay.
Tactics. We've cooked up a stunning new perfume for you. It temporarily blinds and dazes anyone caught in its influence. Do be careful not to spray it upwind.
This might be useful. So what effect does this actually have on me? Oh Christ, it's like a flashback. Okay. This is horrible. Oh god, hiccup. This is horrible, I don't want this.
This little fellow is one of our most refined inventions, the P421
Oh my God.
K9 Persuader.
What the fuck?
Just start it up with this convenient pull cord and set it on the ground. Using sophisticated olfactory sensors, the P421 will seek out the nearest dog within its range and release a cloud of pheromone gas designed to enamor canines of either sex. Quite useful for incapacitating bothersome guard dogs.
This
Use
thing
your
looks
robotic poodle to distract
absolutely
the guard dog.
terrifying. And also really doesn't look much like a dog. It looks like a piranha for a head and it's got wheels. What the fuck? Wow, I'm playing with it. Okay, right, let's try it. Oh my god. What? Okay, Okay, so that lets me... Wow, that is brilliant. Okay. That would have been useful on that Berlin mission, although the dogs went full retard and ran into the fence, so that's fine.
It is possible that the reclusive Baron Archibald Dumas is somehow connected to the disappearance of Dr. Schenker. It will be up to you and Agent Goodman to establish the link, if it even exists. The first step is to meet the Baron in person and size him up.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't blow your cover.
Alright, so I have to go and infiltrate this place. Hold on, right. Have I actually got the Hampton silencer yet? No. I don't think I have, unless that was the aircraft one. No, I haven't got the silencer for this thing. That is a very, very useful gun with the silencer, so, you know, it would be good to have, but sadly we won't have it. I don't actually know what the difference is between this and this. Sometimes unreliable. Very reliable. Like, is there any reason not to use this over this? Other than this thing sounds really cool when it's unsilenced. It sounds like shit when it's silenced. This thing sounds really cool when it's silenced. So we'll just take that, you know. Also, this thing is kind of shit, but I think you can get explosive ammo for it, which is fairly good. We'll take that. We'll take some kind of gun in case we get found out. We'll take the AK, I think. Oh no, we'll take the Hampton. Hampton seems like a better choice. Oh, also I realised this is actually quite good. It can use cyanide rounds, which is actually really good, so I'm going to take that instead. And we'll take something explosive or the gas. Surely the sleeping gas is better than the stun gas. Yeah. I don't really see the downside to using it. I'll take the stun gas in case I get caught in the blast myself. I'm assuming this is actually kind of good. Surely it would make us use the belt buckle if we had to get to somewhere, you know, important. Okay, silencer for this. I'll take the antitoxin, because why not? A man of influence. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is going to be one of those 100% stealth missions.
Good morning. How may I help you?
We've an appointment with Baron Dumont.
I'm sorry, but are you sure it was today? The Baron usually reserves Mondays for golf. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for skeet shooting, Wednesdays for fishing, and Friday afternoons for backgammon.
Sounds like a busy schedule. How does he find time for appointments?
His lordship reserves Friday mornings between 11 and 11:15 a.m. for business matters.
Well, I'm positive
That's not
today
very
was
long.
the day.
Could you take another look at the appointment book?
I suppose, but I can't see that it will do any good. The Baron's routine is quite established.
Oh. The spiker drink. Also, how did she not see that? Oh, I'm just gonna casually like scratch my head. Oh my
Would
god.
you excuse me for a moment?
What? That is the fastest acting
That should keep her
laxative
busy
I've
for
ever
about
seen
10
in my
minutes,
life.
poor lass.
All right, wait here just in case. I'll find the Baron's office and see if I can dig up some incriminating evidence.
I've got a better idea. You wait here and I'll snoop around.
No way, Sugar Pie. Remember what happened last time?
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads. You lose. Sugar pie.
2 out of 3?
Don't be a sore loser.
Fine, but stay sharp. If you're seen, the mission's blown. If the Baron figures out you were in his office, the mission's blown. If you hurt anybody...
The mission's blown.
The mission's blown, I know.
Okay,
Just remember what I said.
but is it really? They won't be able to find out who did it. So essentially the employees are dropping flammable paper as opposed to normal paper. You know, well, does this camera do anything? Okay, right, let's quick save. That camera is totally useless, so...
I'm not sure I agree with your conclusions.
Why not? Yes, I'm afraid we're going to need...
What? I want to listen to this conversation, but I can't.
I'm not sure I agree with your conclusions.
Sit here.
Why not?
Well, your methodology seems a bit suspect.
What's wrong with it?
Now, should I put this? Basically, you quote your mother-in-law to support your theories.
What?
Well, she had some pretty interesting things to say. Never mind.
Wow, this is great. Conversation's still best.
Did you see what she did with her hair? It's horrid. I know. Short is fine. Look at Audrey Hepburn in Roman Holiday. But it's just so mannish. Well, at least you didn't have to listen to her mother lament about it
Can
for
I stun?
3/4 of an hour.